everybody, I'm here for a quick video. A couple people have asked what I took with me on my trip that I was on during the 4th of July week, and I thought I would share with you everything that I packed. So let's start with the littlest thing first. That is this. It is my Foxy Fix #0 Micro Spice Time. Since we're in One Book July, this is my one book. So that went along with the Kaweco Sport ballpoint pen. Okay, so there's that. The next thing that I took was my Delphonics pouch. So let's just kind of see what we have in here. I have some coffee latte Starbucks stickers. I have lots of stuff in here. I have some mild liners. These are the colors that I have been liking lately. I have my Uniball Pure Malt pen. I have a couple of the Tulle TUL pens. I have my Tombow Mono 2-way. It has an eraser and it has the correction tape. I have a pencil, just a simple Ticonderoga Black HB2. That Kum, K-U-M, pencil sharpener that I did a video on, a receipt. I had 2 of the Ranger Mini Collage glue sticks, which I did not use at all. I have a Pentel polymer eraser. Let's see. Since I was traveling, I didn't want to bring some of my nicer things, so I brought some fine liners or illustration pens, and these are the ones from Michaels, the Artist Loft, and these are the sizes that I brought them in: 03, 08, 01, 005. The only one I used was the 01. I brought my Sharpie white paint pen. I did not use it at all. I had a Papermate Ink Joy 05 in here in case someone needed to borrow a pen. This was the one that they could borrow. I had my Jelly Roll in the 08 in white. Did not use. I always have a couple of extra pencils because, you know, as a musician, you can never have enough. I had my Kaweco Sport pencil with me. I had my Boxy eraser made by Mitsubishi. I had another Tim Hortons receipt. We bought some coffee. I had a mini bookbinder clip. I had this is a pen from a Cocoa Daisy kit, which actually I didn't even know it was down there. It's kind of dirty. I had a Jane Davenport fine brush. I had a Artist Loft. Oh, this is a gummy eraser. Didn't use it. I also had a Silver Black Velvet #6 round travel brush. I kept them in there because they're a little more delicate. I had some earbuds. I had Grumpy Bear. You have to have a Grumpy Bear. Some James Burke little pins, buttons, and just some little sticker fragments. Oh, and then this I had in here. It is a, if you can see that, it is an Israel coin. It is 10 shekels. I don't know, I can't. I'm just learning Hebrew. My Hebrew is horrible. So I had that. So that is what I had in this first little pouch. Which actually is quite a lot when you look at it. But this is the small of the Delphonics pouches. And of course, I'm not putting everything in the way I had it, but you can see that this little tiny pouch, which isn't much bigger than my micro, holds quite a bit. Now, let's take a look in here. This is just one of those Artist Loft zipper pouches you can get for, I think, like $1 to $2. So, the first thing you'll see is this is a Jane Davenport drama stick tin, but it's not what I have in here. Oh no! One of my paints came undone. I had, these are all of the Jane Davenport, all 3 sets, plus I had 2 Daniel Smiths, a Prussian blue and a dual chrome blue. So those were the main watercolors that I had with me. So those are the watercolors I took, and they're great watercolors because it has a lot of neutrals, a lot of earth tones, it has a lot of vibrant colors, and a lot that you can, you know, blend to make, you know, some nice colors. So I took those. I have 2 of the Ranger Mini Misters, and the reason I use these is either to A, wet with a spritz some watercolor paper, or to wet my watercolor paints to get them ready for using them. Let's see. I had 2 of the Jane Davenport brushes. One's the wedge, and one's just a flat brush. And then these are something new that I got. They are the Arteza water brushes. You can see that right there. They're really nice water brushes. They have a good tip, a fine point. There's 3 different size rounds, and there's also 3 that are a flat brush. And it's also, if you can see in there, I'm not sure if I can get a good, they're kind of like, if you look right here, they're spring loaded for helping to get the water out. They're very cool brushes, and they're actually really reasonably priced. I have just a cheap set of watercolor pencils. These are Pentalic, and I've had these for, gosh, 6 or 7 years, and you can see that they're still going strong. And the last thing I had were my Viviva watercolor sheets. These I got, I was one of the sponsors when they were doing a Kickstarter type of a thing. So there's that stuff. So there was all that stuff. Let me show the book first. I've had this book for a while, Draw and Color the Bailey J. Way. She actually has a YouTube channel, and this is a book that I got quite a while ago. She uses Copic markers, and so I just finally decided I should look through the book, and I did some of the exercises in it when I was, drawing and doing some things. I didn't use Copics or whatever, but I used watercolors, and so I took that with me. And the last thing I took was my Mindy Lacefield pouch. Someone commented they wanted to see the inside. Oh, and I had another pouch in there. The inside is lined. It has a really nice cloth, or like a nylon lining. So it's a really great pouch. So you'll see another Jane Davenport tin, which I see got damaged on the trip. But all I have in there are the Jane Davenport colored pencils. I have a Mitsubishi, I think. Yeah, Mitsubishi Vermilion and Prussian Blue 772 pencil. And another Kum brass pencil sharpener made in Germany that I like to use with my colored pencils. So there's that. And then this is one of the Lichit Lab pouches. There's nothing at all in these front pockets, but you can put stuff in them. And there's also a deep pocket here and a deep pocket here. It is in the A5 size. And let's see, I got some diary stickers from Korean and Japanese diary stickers. Some more receipts that I need to file away. This is an insert of just sketch paper that I did. I've been wanting to work on my proportions, and this is an exercise that Bailey has in her book. So I did it a couple of different sizes. I worked on more of an anime eye, a nose, another proportioned face with anime eyes. A really pretty way of doing lips. I like that way of doing lips. Tried to draw an ear. And here's a couple of more faces. I think that's all that's in this, actually. But this is just a, if say I'm heading out, I can just grab this and I'll use a pencil and sketch. I did take some more sketch paper because, that's not enough. But again, I didn't use any of this at all. It's just loose paper. I have some of those. Oh, I have a 40% off Michael's coupon that expired on the 6th. Okay, that's trash. Some of those Jane Davenport rub-ons from her first collection that I haven't used. A B6 insert of Tomoe River paper that I haven't used. Some stickers, some Mindy Lacefield stuff, some paper from a chocolate bar, some Mindy Lacefield cards in case I wanted to journal. Since I brought my watercolors and pencils, I brought a pocket watercolor wheel so I can, do some of that stuff. One thing that happened is one of my uncles and aunt, they own a jewelry store. So we were able to get some new wedding rings, and this is the bag that the box was in. So I just thought, why not hold on to it to journal about. And then this is a watercolor insert that I made. Those are my Jane Davenport stuff. There's a little watercolor I did, the bird, some more of that proportions. This I did following a Mindy Lacefield tutorial. I don't know, I got bored and we had some really nice watermelon, so I drew a watermelon wedge, or watercolor watermelon. I think I was trying to make a mango or something, I don't know. But let's see. Those are the watercolor pencils. Those are what the Viviva, which are really peerless watercolors, what they look like on watercolor paper. Quite vibrant. I really like those. I didn't like what I did on the watercolor paper, so I just kind of added a bunch of purple and drew some more faces and did some shading, and I'm going to come back to that. This is just a fun test journal. And so there you go. Those are the things that I deemed necessary for me to take on my trip when we headed out of town for the 4th of July week to visit family. So there you go. That's what I took. I did pack, as you can see, quite a bit of stuff, and actually quite a bit more than I really think I needed. I think it might have been a little overboard, but that's what I packed. Did you like what I packed? Would you pack something differently? What would you pack? Let's start a conversation down below of what you think some of the necessary items you need for your journaling, for your art, or for whatever you're going to be taking when you go on a little travel. Now, thankfully, we drove, so I was able to put all of this, along with my flute and some music that I was working on, in my backpack. So there you go. If you have any questions, leave a you know what to do down below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.